Hi YouTube family. This video is for those who were believing in a Pentecost rapture, those who have been waiting on the Lord and believing that there is a barley harvest. I just want to make this video to be an encouragement to you all and to my heart as well. If you take a read of the book of Ruth in the New Living Translation Bible, Ruth chapter 2, if you go all the way down to the 23rd verse, read the entire book, but if you go down to the 23rd verse, as the Lord encouraged me to do, it really gives you a good picture of the fact that we are still in that rapture watch season, and I want you to be encouraged, and I'm going to read it to you. Now, the whole second chapter is really about Ruth going out to glean in the field of Boaz, not knowing at first that he's a kinsman redeemer, and she's picking in the field. But by the time you get down to verse 23, it says, "So Ruth worked alongside the women in Boaz's field and gathering grain with them until the end of the barley harvest. Then she continued working with them through the wheat harvest in early summer, and all the while she lived with her mother-in-law." Now that gave me great encouragement to let me know that she was still working in the fields, doing what she had to do for sustenance and to maintain her daily living during the end of the barley harvest and into the wheat harvest, which begins in the summertime, but it was early summer. And if you also continue to read in the third chapter, again, on the New Living Translation Bible, NLT, you'll also find that it says, "And some days had passed," and then that's when we get into Naomi giving Ruth the advice of how to make herself available to Boaz to let him know that he's the kinsman redeemer and that she is willing to enter into a marriage with him to be redeemed. It is a beautiful picture of the Gentile bride of Jesus Christ. And I want you all to know also that I asked the Lord, is there any other Gentile bride scenario that fits the rapture picture? And I could not think of any other one. If you look at a Esther sort of rapture scenario, Esther is a Jewish woman. If you try to make it a Passover rapture scenario, again, you're dealing with the nation of Israel, the Jews. If you look at it as a Feast of Trumpets, again, you're dealing with the nation of Israel. But Pentecost, the Pentecost season, really bespeaks of the church. And the church we know comprises mainly of Gentile believers. So I hope you find encouragement in that there's still time to be a Gentile barley harvest bride. And I don't want people to lose hope in the fact that here we are at the cusp of being raptured. And because Pentecost, as it relates to the dates, specific dates have come and passed, and I don't want people to think that we're not in that season. We are. Just when you think that perhaps your hopes are dashed, the Lord knows how to come in and swoop in, and He will rapture us. And don't lose heart of that. So again, I encourage you to read the book of Ruth and read it in a New Living Translation, and it will really open up your understanding concerning the barley harvest. And if you continue reading in the third chapter, you will see that Boaz was still winnowing barley. If you think about it, he was a rich man, so he must have had large fields. So there was so much barley that had to be winnowed that harvest spilled over into the wheat harvest. Think about that. The barley harvest spilled over into the wheat harvest. But in summertime, Boaz did redeem Ruth. Our summertime is coming up. It'll be Wednesday, in fact, June 21st, 2017. Keep hope. Just keep hope. Keep hope. God bless you.